Hey, what's up guys? I'm coming back at you with another video today, and before we get into it, just like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely. We've been getting a lot of subs recently, so I just want to keep the momentum going. And I apologize for not uploading a lot of mocks this week, or mock videos. That was due to the fact that I got 6 teeth removed, so I was in recovery. 1 day for each tooth. Just kidding, I had them all extracted at the same time, but I just really wasn't feeling too well. But I did build mocks on live streams, that way other people could talk for me. So if you want to see the mocks that I've been building all week, you can check out the live streams. They're always uploaded after I stream. So we're just going to get right into this, and this is a Jaeger Mech, like Gundam style mock. As you can see, I've copied a lot of the design from the Pacific Rim movies, and that's where I kind of got the inspiration to build this mock. So he's inspired after Gypsy Danger and Gypsy Avenger, but he's just my own creation. And I actually received this buildable figure in the set, like in a Stormtrooper set, and I didn't really care for the Stormtrooper build. It was my first like buildable figure. It kind of reminded me of the Ben 10 figures, but I never got any of those. I did have Bionicles, so I did know some techniques going into this mock. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you some of my techniques. So as you can see, we've just used a little Technic gear for his arc reactor, and we've placed that in between some panels. But what I did was I took the back panel off to make room for his weapons, and I've added some shoulder pads which were already on there. I just changed the orientation of them. So I put the back panel on the front, and I've added spikes all over this, like on his shoes and on his arms and legs and his chest. That way he has more protection and can inflict more damage. So we also have a custom brick built helmet, which is pretty cool because if you want, you can change them out. They're interchangeable, and it's connected pretty well. It's not going to fall off. You can tilt the angle of it up or down, and here you can see how I built this. Not too difficult. Sorry about this anti-stud work on the back. It's just the way I got it to stay on. So that's how that goes on, and like I said, they're interchangeable. So if you want, you can make a different helmet and put it on here. And these are pretty easy. I think you could build this at home. I only used a bunch of Technic parts and pins. So I did remove 2 pieces from this set, which were the printed body panel, like for the front, and then this helmet, which just looks really big and clunky. So I thought I would take that off, and then you can see the difference of what it would have looked like if I kept the helmet. So I decided to make my own custom helmet, and then here's the reason I chose a different body panel, and that's because this body panel would have just looked like a Stormtrooper essentially. So I think the changes that I made were necessary, and now he looks like its own mock, and also it looks like a Jaeger now. So we'll get to the back side where the weapons are, and I apologize for how ugly the weapon systems are. That's the only Technic pieces I had, and I wanted to get some rockets and a fuel tank on there. And then he has a blaster holder, that way he has more long-range weaponry, and that's how it's held on. There's a little Technic pin in his hand already, so if you separate that, you can have a sword in one hand and a gun in the other. And this is a custom built gun. It's not like the one from the set. I removed the whole middle section of the gun just to make it a short blaster, but he needed some long-range weapons, and this is kind of difficult to put on with one hand. I don't want him to fall over. That's great. So maybe we just don't even need this gun. We don't even need that. So These are flick fire missiles, and I've encased them in little like Technic pieces. That way they don't fire off on accident, and they just look a bit more uniform. That way from the front or the side, it just looks nicer, and they just look like external builds. I was gonna do wings, but I felt like that was too overused in the movie. Like every Jaeger had wings, so I tried to stay away from that design. And we'll also take apart his hands real quick. This is a bit difficult with one hand, I do apologize. So you can see his little Technic pin here, and that's just for the gun, or dual wielding the sword. So he has some long range weapons and some short range weapons, and I think that's just how they should have been in the movie. They didn't have guns in the movie, they had like whips and swords, so I would have liked to see a bit more of gun work, but I understand why they didn't, because it's like an action fighting movie. So I guess they opted for the right call, but I think this just looks way more intimidating. If I was a kaiju, I would not run towards this thing like they all seem to do in the movie. So hopefully you guys liked my Jaeger Mech Mock. I will do another one shortly. So thanks for watching, guys, and let me know what you guys thought in the comments. So like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I see you in another mock video. So thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.